Hi. Why am I so timid today? Feeling very timid. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Fran. Thank you for visiting. Generally, I will do a week in my life vlog, but sometimes there are topics that I believe are worthy of a little bit more of a deep dive. And this is definitely one of those topics that kind of bubbling to the front of my mind recently, which is all about being single and living alone and figuring out what that means or what it doesn't mean. I've done a previous video on being single, and that was about 5 months ago, maybe not even that. Nothing's changed. I'm still single. Did I go on any dates since then? No. I went on 0 dates. Ever since I lost my job, I have felt a little bit insecure about what I'm doing and where I'm heading towards. And so it's hard to kind of feel confident in going dating and meeting people. So I'm left wondering whether or not it is about time I did something about it. But what? The dating scene is brutal. I'm not on any apps. I find the whole dating apps really stressful. And I never get any matches as well. I just don't get that many dates, if I'm honest with you guys. I don't know where the best place is to meet somebody. And especially now that I'm freelancing and just staying in most of the time, just hardly get a chance to meet anybody else. Maybe I am destined to be single all my life. But maybe there's something beautiful in finding someone to share your life with. That was a good session. It's always good to get a sweat on. The gym helps me think. Partly meditation, isn't it? It helps you think through things. Where I'm at with everything is that I do need to make some effort. I can't expect to be in a relationship if I don't meet people, if I don't get myself out there, if I don't open myself to chance. And perhaps this fear is making me shy away from people. So I think I will go back on the apps. Oh, it just makes me cringe. Setting up my profile. Getting some good photos. I haven't got good photos either. I'm gonna take some photos after my shower. Stop. Right, let's calm it down. I know you wanted cozy vibes, and sometimes I like to put the vibe up. I already did that gag before in my last video. I like to play around with like the edits. It helps me practice with my editing, so that's why I do them. I'm gonna calm things down now. And this is the reason why I'm single. I kind of just mess about in my room, playing with my video. That's it, I don't get out there. And so maybe I do have to just get out there. I don't know if I'm going to go on to those apps, but maybe I could go outside, venture outside with a larger pair of eyes and try to let serendipity make its move. Gonna go out, see if I fancy anybody that's just in the street, and maybe, could I talk to someone, a stranger, tap them on the shoulder? I don't know, that's well creepy. Shall we do it? Shall we go out? I just want to also know if I actually do fancy anybody, because at the moment I don't fancy anybody. And it'd be nice to kind of like go out and have a look at people. Basically, let's go and perv. Come on, let's be pervs on the streets. Morning, everybody. Let's have some bossa nova. Play it. Thank you. So yesterday was a bit of a damp squib. I'm not a very good pervert. Didn't see anyone that I liked. Didn't really spot anyone. There was no one there. There was no one there to spot. And I just didn't feel comfortable just staring out people. Just a bit weird. So yeah, I don't think I'm a pervert. So I went to that roof garden yesterday. It was really nice, really beautiful. I did hope there was more people, but it was kind of just me and a few others. Had my blinkers on, but no one really tickled my fancy. So yeah, serendipity, where were you? There was a couple there though, and they were like hidden behind the bushes, and they were proper canoodling. I was just like, seems like a little bit of a spot. God, I am a pervert. I was just staring at them. Oh my God, I've turned into a creepy pervert, man. Anyway, I was just celebrating love. It was nice to see. I was happy for them, very happy for them. So yeah, not very good on the apps. I'm not very good at being a pervert. And I celebrate romance. I'm a romantic at heart. But then it's like, I don't get to do half those things, like going on a nice dinner date or taking someone out. Which got me thinking, like, what's stopping me from taking myself on a little dinner date? I'm thinking about doing some solo dining. There's a restaurant, one of my favourite restaurants, and I would love you guys to join me. So really, it's not solo dining. You're with me. Let's go on a date, guys. Let's go on a date to one of my favourite restaurants in London. This is like a place I would take someone if I was trying to impress them. I would be honoured if you joined me on this dinner date. you do have to get dressed up nicely. You can't wear streetwear, you can't wear shorts. It's a bit fancy, so get your glad rags on and I'll take you there. Oh, I'm excited. First date of the year with you. Oh, and I've arranged carriages and everything, so don't worry, you just turn up. Deal? Deal.
Dessa fantasia foi sentimento e a fotografia, tudo que ficou foi uma poesia e o eterno amor nessa alma vazia. E levou as chances, não sobrou mais nada depois da avalanche.
Hi guys, I think the date's going well. Let's get back.
Tudo que ficou foi uma poesia e o eterno amor nessa alma vazia, contando os passos para não cair. Não há mais nada do que desistir. O tempo se arrastou e levou as chances,
You hang up. No, you hang up. It's just my dad. I'm joking. Obviously joking. Hello. Welcome back. Got my tea. And today's treat is some strawberries. Very romantic. We'll try them later. So I hope you enjoyed the date. I had a very good time. Had very good company. That's why. In all honesty though, that was the first time I've done like solo dining. I've eaten alone before, but not at that scale. And I must say, I had a really good time. Bob Bob Ricard has been one of my favourite restaurants over the years. The service there is impeccable. I was just really impressed with how they greeted me and ensured that I had a good time. And they saw that I was eating by myself, but they were all smiles. They all looked after me. I felt really safe and welcome there. And so hats off to everyone at Bob Bob Ricard. Had a really good time. So the cuisine at Bob Bob Ricard is French inspired and British inspired as well. Firstly, the interior's just stunning. It's Art Deco inspired, so much beautiful marble, and the wallpaper prints are just inspired. Beautiful stuff there. There's an opulent kind of old era vibe, like it feels like you're on the Orient Express. And also the place smells nice. Always trust a place that smells nice. Like the toilets, they smelled really nice. Trust a place with good toilets. So for starters, I had the truffle, potato, and mushroom veroniki. So that's traditional dumplings garnished with crispy shallots, served with forest mushrooms velouté. By far my favourite dish there. That sauce was just unbelievable. I'm like a proper northerner, like a British northerner, and I love sauces and gravy and stuff like that. I could have drank that sauce by itself. I needed more of that sauce. It was sublime, top-notch stuff. That was the starter, and that was £18. So yeah, pretty pricey for a starter. £18, so that's about $25. For my main, I had... Oh, it's not here, but I had the sea bass goujon. It was like the cheapest thing on the menu. Because I just thought, it was about 20, how much was it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, the fish goujon was £23, so that's about $30. And yeah, it was basically your fish and chips, but fancy style fish and chips. And if I'm being honest, I've had better fish and chips. And maybe that should be my next thing, to go to a proper fish and chips place. Because it was good, it wasn't bad. It was just like, it just needed something else. It needed gravy. I need gravy with my fish and chips. It could have done with a wedge of lemon or something. Now, seeing that it's a date, I wouldn't normally complain about the food on a date. I don't think that's a very good attitude. But this was a solo date, and this was with you, and we're close, we're friends. And so yeah, I wouldn't go for that. If you wanted fish and chips, go to a proper chippy. But the other things on the menu, because I've had other things on the menu, they have a really nice chicken Kiev, but I went really cheap. And so the total price of my dinner was, so the starter was £18, the fish and chips was £23. I did get a glass of Moët, and that was £16. And you saw I had that little cake. That was £2.50. That little cake was amazing, by the way. It's something you can order when you reserve. It's like meant to be a birthday surprise cake, hence the sparkler. But I just ordered it online, and it was the best chocolate dessert I've had for a long time. The chocolate was super rich, and I love rich, dark chocolate moussey cakes. Really delicious. There was sponge in there, as well as a bottom kind of biscuit layer, which was like a salted caramel biscuit layer at the bottom. I couldn't get enough of that little cake. It's delicious. So for £2.50, always add it onto your reservation because you order it when you reserve. So always book that little cake. And it's such a spectacle as well. So yeah, that was £2.50. 4 items, including service charge, which is marked at 15% service charge. It came to £68.42. Now, for a fancy dinner, I don't think that that's bad. I think that's a steal. When it comes to the food and the whole experience, I got a glass of champagne. I got to press that button for champagne as well. I love that button. They've got a button on every table. And speaking of the tables, each of them are booths. So I had a small kind of 2-table booth, and they're all kind of private as well. There's little curtains, so you just close them. And so you've got your own little private space. And that was perfect for me as a solo diner. I could just eat in my own little world, and it felt really safe. So yeah, Bob Bob Ricard, great place, and a great place to take a date. I hope you guys like that. Speaking of the place, as I went downstairs, they were opening up the evening bar. They've got a little cocktail area, and they were getting it ready for later in the evening. When I peeked in there, it was just like some kind of magical, crazy world of bright rainbow lights against this Art Deco. The lighting alone in that restaurant just transports you into a different world. If ever you're in London, if ever you fancy a treat, or if ever you want to eat there by yourself, I highly recommend it. Like I said, the service was top notch. Everyone was so welcoming, had great big smiles on their faces, and I felt really looked after. So yes, Bob Bob Ricard, great place. Yeah, so I'm on a bit of a cloud nine actually, because I have never done solo dining before like that. I know yesterday was a special occasion. Maybe I'll do some more. Would you like to go on another date with me in another part of town? Could be a thing now. I did get a little bit nervous, if I'm honest with you though, because you just don't know what to expect. But like I said, taken care of straight away. So good, so good. Shall we have a little treat? I've got these strawberries. I hope they're sweet. Are they in season? We'll see. Let's leave them. I carry on with my tea. This is reliable. A reliable cup of Yorkshire tea. So yeah, what am I thinking about dating? I don't know what I'm thinking, if I'm honest with you. Where I've got to is that I just don't find anyone attractive right now. So I need to find someone who I find attractive. Maybe that's something that I need to do. Make more of an effort meeting people, get myself out of this little comfy apartment and start joining clubs, networking, meeting friends of friends. I don't know. Something needs to change. I will have to change. So that's what I've got to look forward to. We shall see. We shall see. By the way, I'm fine as well. I also enjoy my life and the love that I have already. I can cope without a relationship right now, but my heart is open for someone to walk into my life. Let's see if that happens. So at the end, I tend to have like a cup of tea, a little chat with you, catch up. And I thought I'll introduce like a little behind the scenes of what I do. I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to make a video. I like to give like a small tip and experience during the week filming. And one of the things is the jungle sequence that I did. I love doing that jungle sequence, but that actually was filmed over 2 days because I went there with my camera and I forgot my memory card. So half of that is shot with my iPhone. And that jungle scene, it all stemmed from a music track that I heard. So I use stock music. Epidemic Sounds is what I use. I heard that track at Christmas and I was like, oh, I really want to use that track with something. But I didn't know what because it's so different to any other music that I usually use. And the whole kind of jungle vibe came by because it reminded me of the Jungle Book. I wanted to make my own Jungle Book montage. I think it came out all right. I also like to do a Q&A at the end of this. So if you have any further questions, whether that be technical or something about London or what you want to see or anything really, I could try and answer any questions. Just go to my feedback form. It's up in the description, or write a question in the comments. I'll try and answer you as best I can. One question that came up was this coffee table. I've got all stuff on it, so I might just add, like, I'll put a shot of it with my iPhone. So this coffee table here that I've got, someone asked me where I got it from. I love this coffee table. It's got such great character. It's got that kind of mid-century style. It wasn't too expensive. I think it was about 150 quid. Firstly, it was a few years ago, so I don't know if they've still got it. But it's a place in the UK called Rockett St George. And they do loads of really unique interior design stuff. And it's great to find special pieces. So yeah, Rockett St George. I'll put all the links down in my description of Rockett St George and also the restaurant that I went to, Bob Bob Ricard. I'll put it all down there. I can see the lighting has gone a bit funny. So I'm going to say goodbye. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed your Valentines. Thank you for being my Valentines. And I guess the last thing to say is, do you fancy a second date? Thorns everywhere. Ow.